Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We are here for part 12 of the Breaking Point storyline in Formula 1 2021. In the last video, if you guys haven't seen it, link up here, we had a bit of a double header. We were at the Canadian Grand Prix where Aiden Jackson was right behind us. We had the team order to let him pass and we refused to do so. We, as in Casper Ackerman, refused to let Aiden Jackson pass, and the objective was to not let him pass for the rest of the race, which we succeeded in. And then the Austrian Grand Prix at the Red Bull Ring, we had a safety car. We were at the back of the pack. Aiden Jackson had to retire the car, and then we had to finish in P10 or above, which we did as well. And now, at the very end of the last video, Brian told us to come down to the office, so we're probably going to get a cutscene here. And let's get right into it, guys. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Comment down below what you guys want to see, what you guys are thinking. As I said at the end of the last video, comments, likes, subscriptions are always appreciated.
Casper, what's going on? We need to clear something up. Take a seat. Clear what up? Aiden thinks it's his fault that you're retiring.
I'm sorry, Casper. I do respect you, quite a lot in fact. And I don't want you to retire. I didn't mean the things that I said. And I want you to know that if you're retiring because of me, I'll...
Will you tell him? This anxiety, it's no good for his performance. I'm not retiring because of you.
Everyone says...
I'm not retiring because of you. Can I go now? No. You're going to give him 2 minutes of your time. Well, Brian, what am I? His therapist? 2 minutes, Casper. That's all.
Everyone says...
Everyone's an idiot. Look, I'm not retiring because of you. I told Brian after Zandvoort. I'm sorry you found out the way you did.
It's tough.
Yeah, can be.
The press. Social media. I don't know. How do you deal with it all?
Listen. There's only a handful of us in the whole world who get to do what we do.
Yeah,
A handful. You deal with it by never forgetting how lucky you are to be here. Understand? Never forget.
hey, Casper,
Yeah?
do you ever forget?
Sometimes. Sometimes we all do.
Okay, so the cutscene was not what I thought. Brian on the phone in the last episode made it feel more like good news kinda, or like a surprise. I don't know, but a bit of a touching scene with Casper and Aiden. Maybe that is a sign of them finally getting on the same page after being on the same team for the last 2 seasons. And now we are in Belgium for the Belgian Grand Prix.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Okay, so we are here at Spa, and just taking a quick look at the race strategy. It looks like it's going to be a full race in this part. So we're going to be starting 5 laps on the softs and then switching on to the mediums. However, it does look like it is going to rain, so we may have to switch onto the intermediates or the full wets depending on how much it's raining. Jeff will take care of that though with this weather machine. And here we go. As we get underway here at Spa, we are sandwiched between, I think that is Yuki Tsunoda and Lance Stroll. We're going to activate the ERS to get past those two drivers. And now we are behind Fernando Alonso. He is 0.4 seconds ahead of us. Daniel Ricciardo is ahead of him. Yuki Tsunoda behind us at 0.3 of a second. He does have the slipstream, so he is gaining on us a little bit. However, it won't be enough to get past us. First lap, always a lot of traffic, so you need to be careful with the braking here. I'm going to try and go to the outside and overtake Fernando Alonso, possibly, who is this? Daniel Ricciardo. We overtake Daniel Ricciardo, taking the outside, and then moving our way to the inside corner, heading down to this full throttle section. Spa is also a really fun track to drive. It's definitely in like my top 3 or 4 tracks to drive on. I still think Azerbaijan, if you guys haven't seen the Azerbaijan Grand Prix for our My Team, that is definitely my favorite track to drive on. I don't know what it is, but just the city track. But yeah, it still kind of feels like a... Oh my god, we hit the back of Charles Leclerc. Hopefully we don't get a time penalty there. Oh my god, we are skidding all over the place. As I was saying, the city vibe of Azerbaijan and just the way the track drives, the long DRS zones, the long straights, very fun to race on and challenging at the same time. So we have Charles Leclerc ahead of us, and we hit the back of him I think once or twice, honestly, but we didn't suffer any damage, so I'm just going to keep racing. And we have the slipstream here. I'm going to try and go for the overtake. He's defending us a little bit. We go to the outside. Hopefully we have enough to take us around the corner. He did not back off. He was trying to race us through that corner, but we do overtake him, and we are now behind his teammate Carlos Sainz, with Lando Norris in front of him in P5. So hopefully we can overtake Carlos Sainz here and then move up towards Lando Norris. And let me take a quick look at the strategy here. So I'm just going to pit this lap. Let's get it out of the way because it doesn't look like the rain's going away anytime soon. And we're probably going to lose grip in the coming turns. So we got to be a little bit cautious on the braking. Can't be as hard on the brakes because we don't want to cause any lockups. And we got to be extremely careful on the throttle as well because we don't want to.
But it's very close, and you're going to struggle to keep them in the temperature window. The inters are ready when you need them.
No, we're still pitting this lap. Jeff said full rain. His weather machine is broken in the paddock, and it looks like we are going to, we're definitely pitting here. Let's see what the other drivers do. I'm kind of interested to see, are they pitting? No, they are not pitting. So I'm going to go ahead and head into the pit lane.
DRS has been disabled by the stewards. DRS will be offline.
So, I think that is that Sergio Perez or Max Verstappen? I don't know, but one of the Red Bulls is pitting, and I believe Lewis Hamilton was pitting as well. So Valtteri Bottas, he stays out just to avoid the double stacking in the pit lane, and we're gonna get back out in the race here.
No more scheduled pit stops.
You want to be careful not to fly outside the pit lane line, and we come out of the pits wheel to wheel with, I think that is Kimi Räikkönen. And I think did he spin out? Okay, no, he keeps control of the car. I'm going to activate ERS, so we're on the intermediates. Pierre Gasly, who was in front of us, is on the softs. and Kimi Räikkönen as well is on the softs. So they are going to be a lot slower probably as it starts to kind of pour. So we're just trying to get around these two drivers as we don't want to get caught up in the traffic and lose time.
The radar's showing a clear patch on its way. There's about 10 more minutes of this rain.
So we have 10 minutes of this rain, which means probably like 6, 7, maybe 8 laps. I'm not sure what the... Okay, no, it's 150, so probably looking closer to the next 5 laps. We will get a bit of a sunny... We'll get a bit of a sunny race, a little bit, and I don't think we'll switch back on to the slicks. I'm not sure. Okay, so I just hit the back of Lewis Hamilton. As you can see, still no damage, but Lewis Hamilton, he goes into the pits. I don't know why he went into the pits, honestly. He is on the medium. Oh, he switched to the wets. Okay, so Lewis Hamilton is switching to the wets. Myself and Max Verstappen are staying out on the track on the intermediates. And it is very heavy rain, as you can see. I think Aiden as well has gone back into the pits to switch on to the wets. And oof, I don't know. Jeff hasn't given us a decision to switch tires.
Check your MFD.
Okay, there it is. So I'm honestly not sure what I want to do right now because I'm still kind of comfortable driving on the intermediates. You have to drive a little more cautiously, but we aren't losing any sort of major grip at the moment. It is just pouring rain out here at Spa.
Probably about time we change tires. It's a bit of a crossover period for sure, but the longer we stay out, the worse it's going to get.
Alright, so you know what? I'm going to take Jeff's advice and we're going to pit as well. Hopefully, Max Verstappen also goes into the pit, so we are racing coming out of the pit lane. Let me keep this race going. I don't know if we've put up enough time to avoid Lewis Hamilton and whoever was behind us coming out of the pit lane. So 16 seconds, a pit stop is about 20, so it looks like they're going to overtake us. But actually, no, they are on intermediates. Carlos Sainz, Lando Norris, and Fernando Alonso, so they are probably going to be...
We've seen a few people change over.
Okay, so Max Verstappen heading into the pit lane as well. We hit the back of his car again. A bit of a slow pit entrance as I just wanted to avoid going over the speed limit and suffering a 5-second penalty. Max Verstappen comes out. We are going to be racing him out of the pit lane. Hopefully we can have a fast pit stop here.
Release.
Alright, here we go. So there is Lewis Hamilton. It is going to be myself, Lewis Hamilton, and Max Verstappen racing out of the pit lane. And Lewis Hamilton, I don't know what happened. I thought he would be a little bit closer. But it is now Max Verstappen in the lead with myself in P2, or Casper Akkerman in P2, and Lewis Hamilton in P3. With a 1.7 gap to Max Verstappen and a 1.1 second gap behind, or Lewis Hamilton has a 1.1 second gap behind me. So we are literally like right on Verstappen's rear diffuser. And honestly, I think this race we probably have hit it a few times. We hit him, we hit Carlos Sainz, we hit Charles Leclerc. But this front wing that we have on our car is just built different, and we haven't suffered any damage, thank the Lord. Look at that, we are like literally like 1/10, 2/10 of a second behind Max Verstappen, and we're just honestly waiting for a good opportunity to overtake him, because we definitely have pace on him, and we are faster through the corners than Max Verstappen is. But this second sector, there's not really any good place to kind of overtake him. But I'm gonna see going into the final 2 turns of Spa, if we can overtake it here. So I'm gonna go to the inside. We're gonna kind of shut the door on Max Verstappen, and we take P1 again. So we are back in P1. We were able to recover the position after losing it on that little hill section. Please don't hate me if I don't know what the name is. I don't know what it is. Hopefully we can learn from our mistakes and have a better little section right here. I'm gonna see if I let go of the throttle completely. Okay, we do have a better section, but we lose a bit of speed. I'm gonna gear down back in the 7. However, we do stay in front of Max Verstappen. We did lose a little bit of time, but since we are better than him through the corners, we should be able to kind of make a little bit of a gap, and we ride onto the gravel. We saved the car after riding onto the gravel. I'm a little bit surprised I was able to do that. Usually that just means your race is done. That curb is deadly as well. There's a lot of deadly curbs on Spa. This one up here in multiplayer, there have probably been dozens of times where I hit the curb on the left-hand side, and your race is done if you hit that. So on the last lap, we're still on the full wets. However, it has stopped raining.
If the tires are too hot, you need to cool them down or find some standing water.
So Jeff is saying that our tire temperature is too high, but on my end, everything looks okay. It looked fine to me. Maybe it was just that one little section where it wasn't. I don't know. I see 81 degrees and 90 degrees. Oh, the rear tires are at about 100 degrees, which is not ideal for the tires. However, it doesn't really matter because we are here at the end of Spa, and we are going to take P1 at the Belgium Grand Prix. That is our second P1 of Casper Akkerman's season, as we did that as well a few episodes ago. There's our boy Gunther, happy as usual.
All I'm saying is that the team are back in the mix this season. That's how good you've done.
Yeah.
You're ending your career on a high just like you wanted. You really couldn't ask for much better. You want one? What's wrong?
Nothing. What? No, nothing. I'm fine.
You haven't driven like this in ages. You're out there having a great time. You're raking in the points, but you're doing your moody face.
I'm not doing my moody face. Stop that.
Like this.
Okay. It's Aiden.
What about him?
Well, he's still not right. He's moping around, anxious, apologetic. I think he's struggling.
I thought you were going to ignore him.
Yeah, but he's just a kid. He needs support.
From you?
So, how many races have I got left?
What's this all about, Cass?
Let's say that I've got 3 or 4 months left in F1. What if...
Go on.
Nah, forget it.
No, what?
You laugh at me.
Promise not to.
It just sounds so stupid.
What does?
What if I can...
Oh my God.
What?
You've gone soft, haven't you?
I knew you'd make fun of me.
You want to make the F1 world a better place before you retire. You want to help the team, help Aiden, your own career be damned.
And what if I did?
So Casper Ackerman does have a heart after all. I'll alert the media.
Look, Zoe, I'm serious. What if I did?
What could you do?
Well, Ferrari have a seat coming up next season. Some say they might even sign him. That is his dream.
And you think you could help?
I honestly don't know.
That was the end of the cutscene. Casper Ackerman going soft, and well, looks like he wants to help Aiden because he knows that Ferrari is going to be signing a new driver, most likely. So I'm assuming in the next few episodes we're going to see more of a healthier chemistry between the two Haas drivers. However, you're going to have to wait until the next episode because I'm going to end the episode there, guys. If you watch up to this point, you might as well just subscribe and like the video. And if you want to, you can leave a comment down below. As always, let me know what you think. If you're enjoying the videos, if you're not, tell me what I can do better. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys for for part 13 within the next day or two. All right, peace out.